welcome back to the channel. Right, before you all go crazy, I know I haven't posted a video in, it's got to be a month now. And I'll explain that a little bit more at the end of the video. I'm not going to go into that right now, but if you want to find out what I've been up to, stick around right at the end. Right, about a month ago, Thomas Anderson asked me, Stripey, could you play an Oasis record? Well, of course I can. Remember, I got Definitely Maybe. Well, anyway, I undone it, unwrapped it, done all my normal cellophane bit, and somehow along the way I lost the audio to that whole intro segment. So sorry about that, guys, but this isn't exactly a first play. I have actually given it a play now, so. But I wanted to do the video because I've done my wiki bit, which I'll get to in a second. Plus, it's a bloody brilliant album, and I wanted to give it a go. So, it's not a vinyl first play, but I'm going to show you the record and etc. Honestly, you'd think I'd nailed it by now. 3 years of doing videos. And I make a schoolboy error like that. Right, there's the front cover, as you all know and love. There's the back cover. Very nice, isn't it? Really nice. You wait till you look at the record. Such a shame that I lost the audio like I did. But have a look. How good is that? And it's a chunk, look. That is thick as, really thick. Just don't. Right, so, really pleased with this. And obviously after playing it now, I'm after getting some more Oasis on my record. Certainly Morning Glory, right, so before I give it a spin again, what does Wikipedia know about Oasis? Definitely Maybe. Definitely Maybe is the debut studio album by Oasis, released by Creation Records on the 29th of August 1994. The album was an immediate commercial and critical success in the United Kingdom, having followed on the heels of the singles Supersonic, Shaker Maker and Live Forever. The album went straight to #1 in the UK albums chart and became the fastest selling album in the UK at the time. It went on to be certified 7 times platinum, 2.1 million plus sales by the BPI. Definitely Maybe marked the beginning of Oasis's success in the United States, selling over 1 million copies there, despite only peaking at 58 on the Billboard 200. The album went on to sell 8 million copies worldwide and brought widespread critical acclaim. The photograph on the front cover of the album was taken by rock photographer Michael Spencer Jones in guitarist Bonehead's house. The image was inspired by the cover of the Beatles' 1966 compilation LP, a collection of Beatles oldies. The Beatles were a huge influence on Oasis, who initially called the band The Rain after the 1966 Beatle track. In a 2019 interview, Spencer Jones said the idea to the photograph of the band at Bonehead's house come from Noel, who originally wanted the band to be seated around Bonehead's dining table. Spencer Jones instead suggested shooting in the lounge, facing a bay window. He also said that he would ask Liam to lie on the floor to draw attention away from the room's wood flooring, which he felt would make the picture look like an advert for varnish. Spencer Jones asked the band to bring objects of personal value to them to the shoot. The television is showing a scene from Sergio Leone's The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Another Sergio film, A Fistful of Dollars, is visible on the television on the back cover. According to Spencer Jones, this was Noel's favourite film. A picture of footballer Rodney Marsh playing at Manchester City is propped against a fireplace. A photograph of footballer Georgie Best can be seen in the window at the behest of Bonehead. A poster, well actually the inside of a gatefold sleeve, of Portrait in Music by Burt Bacharach one of Noel's idols, is also shown leaning against the side of the sofa on the lower left-hand side of the cover. Some writers believe that Oasis were trying to pay homage to the album cover of Pink Floyd's Ummagumma album by placing Bacharach's picture in the same prominent position used for the soundtrack of Vincent Minnelli's film Gigi on Ummagumma. Oasis released 5 singles from Definitely Maybe: Supersonic, Shaker Maker, Live Forever, Cigarettes and Alcohol, and Rock and Roll Star. The album is regarded as a seminal entry of the British pop scene and has appeared in many publications' lists of the greatest albums of all time. In 2006, the NME conducted a readers' poll in which Definitely Maybe was voted the greatest album of all time. So, should we get it on the Riga? Come on in. Absolutely mustard. A great addition, and it sounded great. I mean, I've got a new amp now, but I'll get to that after. This is a must-own on record. I know it was probably, I mean, it was a massive CD album, wasn't it? It was a really big CD album, and that's what I bought, to be honest with you. But well pleased with this. So, before I go on and on, let's quickly go through the tracks, shall we? Right, so the first one obviously opens up with Rock and Roll Star. What an opening track. I don't think it's about actually being a rock and roll star, but it's like going out and about with the attitude and swagger like I am one, you know. Bloody anthem. What a great opening track. Guitar sounded great, the vocals sounded so fresh all these years later. Noel actually said Rock and Roll Star was one of the 3 songs in which I really wanted to say something. I pretty much summed up everything I wanted to say in Rock and Roll Star, Live Forever, and Cigarettes and Alcohol. After that, I'm repeating myself, but in a different way. Jesus class, isn't he? That's followed by track 2, Shaker Maker. Love it, what a tune. And it does sound like the old Coca-Cola advert, you know. I like to teach the world. It's got that sound about it. Actually, Oasis was sued by Coca-Cola and they had to pay 500 grand to the New Seekers. It does sound like it though, but 500 grand, but what a tune. What a tune. Absolutely love this song. And that's followed by track 3, Live Forever. Wow. Maybe. This is an absolute anthem. It's got a just great feel about it. The guitar's great, the way he sings. About a guy who just wants to escape the mundane life and really go after his dreams. Live forever, you know. Bloody marvellous. Noel explained that at the time it was written, in the middle of the grunge and all that, and I remember Nirvana had a tune called I Hate Myself and Want to Die, and I was like, well, I'm not effing having that. As much as I effing like him, obviously he's talking about Kurt Cobain, Nirvana's frontman, and all that shit, but I'm not having that. I can't have people coming over here on Smack effing saying that they hate themselves and want to die. That's effing rubbish. Kids don't need to be hearing stuff like that. Music's subjective, but I'll get what, you know, get what he's saying. Kids don't need to be hearing that nonsense, was his actual words. I was paraphrasing. What a great song. I don't know what else I can say. It's just amazing, and it sounded so good. Then we flip over to side 2, Up in the Sky, track 1. And this rocks, and the riff Honestly, it could be a Beatles riff. It's definitely got that flavour. I love Liam's stretched lyrics on this one. Can you feel me? No one does it like him. Noel said it's about the establishment figures at the time, which is like circa 1994, around about that time, who didn't have a clue how things was felt by the people. A divide in class, which I think is still a big problem today, you know. Great song. Proper rocks along. And you play that and tell me it couldn't be Roundabout Day Tripper. It's just got that flavour. Next up, track 2, Columbia. Right. Oasis was actually, this rocks. It gets really heavy. The guitar work, you get lost in this one. It's kind of trippy and a little bit dreamy. Oasis was taking acid in the studio while recording Columbia, and they couldn't think of a title for the song. Originally, it was going to be an instrumental. And they were staying in a hotel from the recording studio that was called the Columbia Hotel. That's where they got the name from. The electric guitars sounded awesome. Absolutely amazing, really rocky. And side 2 closes with Sad Song. What a lovely song that is. Beautiful little acoustic number. It's not on the CD version of Definitely Maybe, but it's on the record. And it was also on the Don't Go Away EP. God knows why. It's a beautiful little acoustic number. Absolutely beautiful song. Loved the way it sounded, loved the way it was sung. Little gem, nice to have. Right, on to disc 2 before he goes on and on and on and on. Track 1, Supersonic. How good is this? I mean, I need to be myself. It's just Oasis all over the place, isn't it? It sounded so big. This is another anthem, as far as I'm concerned. Noel claims the song was basically a collection of nonsense lyrics that was written in a matter of minutes. Show off. Just before the band entered the recording studio to record the track, Elsa, who's mentioned in the song, was a 9-stone Rottweiler that had flatulence that day. So, hence the lyrics, she's into Alka-Seltzer, apparently. 9-stone Rottweiler, can you imagine? But what a song. Written in a few minutes. Behave yourself. I loved it. Right, track 2, Bring It On Down. This is rocks. This has got like a punky feel to it, I thought. Very punky. Gave the speakers definitely a good working. Full of Oasis attitude, like I said, the swagger. I think it's about being outcast and pushed around a little bit. The percussion, like the drum and bass on this, were phenomenal. Loved it. And closing, side 1, Cigarettes and Alcohol. Another anthem. I mean, track after track, it's just good, it's just good. The riff is definitely got that Get It On, Bang a Gong, T-Rex flavour. Boom, 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 boom. It's definitely got that flavour. It's like got a boozy, smoky, dirty feel about it. And Liam's vocals in this are simply superb. Rock and roll, it's at its absolute rawest, I think. Apparently, actually, the cigarettes and I mentioned the cigarettes and alcohol. I didn't on the wiki bit, by the way. Right, 2 little bits I need to point out. That represents cigarettes and alcohol, empty wine glass and some fags and an ashtray. And here, there's an urban legend, right, that was Ribena because they was so skinned. It's not true. Red wine, apparently, in a glass, comes up black on the photograph. So they put in some Ribena just to clear that up. So, anyway, I digress. Flip over to the last side on side 2, side 4, and we've got Digsy's Diner. We'll have lasagna. I mean, how long is that lyric? That word, he stretches it to about 3 or 4 seconds. Love it. I love the way he sings, these could be the best days of our lives, but I don't think we've been living very wise. They did party, didn't they, Oasis? Great, great song. And that's followed by track 2, Slide Away. How good is this song? It's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. I think it's just a love song, really, about dreaming about being with the one that you love for the rest of time. Liam sounds very sincere in this one instead of his normal, you know how he is, geezer. You know, he's very sincere in this one. It comes across really nice, I think. Great lyrics, great music, just superb. And finally, Married with Children. I love this. Oh, what a perfect ending to the album. It's about a guy, married guy, a little bit pissed off, but a bit bored really with her. And he's leaving. He's going away because she gets on his nerves. You know, she's always right. Her music's shite. It keeps him up all night. Right? He knows she's going to be back in a couple of weeks. He knows he is. But for now, I've just had enough. I love the way it's sung. It's Oasis. Absolutely brilliant close to an album. So there you go. There's definitely maybe. Really glad to own it on record. You got to get some more, haven't you? You got to. There's no getting away from it. Be Here Now. It's Morning Glory. What's the one with the importance of being earnest? Love that song. Lazy. Can't remember what album it's on. Drop me in the comments if you can remember. So, what's your favourite track on Definitely Maybe? Have you got one? And which Oasis albums should I get next? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. Like, share all them lovely bits and pieces, and definitely maybe on vinyl. That's it for today then, guys. I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Bye now. So you wanted to see what I've been up to? Well, I've been suffering, guys, a little bit with insomnia. Now, when you're young, you'll lose a night's sleep and go to work the next day a little bit wide-eyed. But I was getting like 3 or 4 days in a row, and it was kind of worrying for a while. I'd go to bed usual time and just lay there, tossing and turning. So I haven't felt like doing a video, to be honest with you. Obviously got a lot on my mind. I think the whole world's got a lot on their mind at the minute. You can overload on information, and it's not good. It's not always good. So I've been doing bits and pieces, manual work really, you know, in the garden, built a shed and, you know, a fence and stuff, been doing that sort of thing. And I bought myself some new toys, you know, a sound bar, a new TV, and a new analogue roto amp, which I may do a video on at some point, but it's very hard to do. I mean, I can show you it, but there's really not a lot to it really. It's the sound that matters, and you can only get so much from this. You need to be in the room really. So yeah, just in case you was wondering where I've been, that is where I've been, just trying to get some sleep and straighten myself out. So thought you guys need to know. I mean, you know, I don't get no thanks from YouTube. If anything, they come down on me like a ton of bricks. The slightest thing I do, you know. Even the last song we did, me and my brother, copyright strike, you know. Just whatever I do. I know I could just sit here and talk, but I like to make these little videos, remember? It's what it is. But so I do them just to keep in touch with you lot, really. I've still got, honestly, you wouldn't believe the amount of unplayed records I have. Right, anyway, so that's where I've been, guys. I'm not going to go on and on and on, even though Stripey rambles. But that's where I've been. So I've missed you lot. Hope you like the Oasis presentation video. Took me a while to do. Obviously losing the audio was a pain, because I had to redo the whole thing again. Anyway, look, I'm going to waffle on. But don't you worry, I'm getting sleep now. A lot better. And it's been a couple of weeks in a row now where I've not had no problem. So it's looking better. So hence the video. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Take care.